Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here at the free pick in the Duke versus Wake Forest college basketball matchup on Monday, February 12th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK to get 15% off all of your purchases. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, looking to take it to the next level, looking for one-on-one service. It's called the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. They're not available on the website, so you got to text that number to get them. So if you bet big, go ahead and text. But let's head to the ACC Tobacco Road battle here as Duke takes on Wake Forest. Monday night action. You know, sometimes in these college hoops games, you see these midweek games between teams that are miles and miles apart halfway across the country, or, you know, with Stanford and Cal moving to the ACC all the way across the country. Well, these guys are just right down the road from each other, so no one's going to miss a class or anything like that. Just kind of good time, old-fashioned college sports. And of course, Cameron Indoor, certainly a great place to host these games, as Duke is, you know, one of the top teams in the nation. Seems to be just, you know, something that we just say all the time. They're 12-2 at home at Cameron. The two losses, Arizona and Pitt. The Pitt loss was fairly recently after they had blown the Panthers out at Pitt. Meanwhile, Wake Forest enters this one 16-7 on the season, 12-10-1 against the number, but just 2-5 straight up and against the number on the road. You know, I think the Deacons have certainly taken a step forward this season. They've played fairly well for the most part, but, you know, what we've seen is in a lot of their step-up games, they haven't been able to step it up. The loss against Carolina, which was very, very one-sided at Carolina, 21 points losers to the heels in that one. The loss at Pitt by 5 as a 2.5-point dog. They have bounced back with 3 consecutive wins, including beating NC State at home last time out there, but they were an 8-point favorite and won the game by 4 points total. You know, we look at some of the other wins that they've had. You know, they've beaten Miami. They've beaten Virginia earlier this season, 66-47, and that's certainly going to go a long way. But, you know, in order to really go a long way in the ACC, wins against Duke and Carolina are pretty much it. Of course, Duke lost to Carolina 2 games back after beating Virginia Tech, Clemson, and Louisville on the heels of that Pitt loss. But overall, John Shire's team looks to be business as usual in Durham. You know, when we look at Wake's offense, really nice shooting team. 17th best in the nation from the perimeter, and also 35th best in general shooting from the floor. The thing I really like about Wake is they hit 80% of their free throws as a team. That is second best in the nation. Duke certainly not, you know, an elite defensive team, but when you have a team full of All-Americans, these guys can flat out play. And when it comes to shooting, you don't really have to worry much about Duke and their shooting. Their free throw shooting is not as good as Wake's. I mean, nobody's is, but still pretty good in its own right. 73%, not 80.2 like Wake, though. And that could make a difference here. Not necessarily in winning the game, but covering the spread. When we look at Wake, you know, they certainly are good on the defensive boards. When we look at Duke on the defensive boards, they're great on that side of the court as well. I think this game shapes up to be a little bit more evenly than most people think. I'm going to take Wake Forest and the points on the road, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.